So, Arsenal Bilbao. As we predicted very well, that was the win. And mine was more accurate. Let me just flex a bit with the flex. I said Bilbao is not even scoring a goal.
Okay.
I could see from the lineup what Arteta's intention was. Intensity, Premier League style. For me, what I'm going to say is this. As a football fan, I see Arteta's plan. They have really upgraded their squad. Yes, they lost some people, especially in the middle of the park, but all in all, they have upgraded their team. The emphasis is in having direction and having an attack, an offense that goes straight to the point. We all know this man. You know,
I'm waiting to salute you officially.
I'll give you the honors.
When you introduce me,
I'll give you the honors.
I'm waiting to salute you properly.
But what I noticed about this game and about Arsenal in general is very simple. Yes, a lot of football has changed to the point that most coaches around the world are implementing possession style football and dominance on the ball. I can imagine if you're an Arsenal fan, having finished second 3 times in a row teaches you the greatest lesson in football.
And that is?
3 points. A win is a win.
A win is a win.
Just, that is it. So with that experience in mind and adding someone like Gyökeres, the intention is very clear to everyone, to the footballing world. We don't care how it comes, we just want the 3 points. So when you have an Arsenal that is playing like this, every team should be on their heels to make sure that you understand the challenge that they are bringing forward. All other teams are improving, yes, but it is very clear what Arsenal wants to do. It is to challenge for titles. It has become a song, but if you ask me, I'll round off this discussion by saying yes, Arsenal is going for the bare minimum, a Premier League trophy. The bare minimum is a Premier League trophy. A Champions League is a very good trophy, which would be a consolation if they fail to take the Premier League, but the number one priority is Premier League. So for you, what did you see from this Bilbao game? Maybe you can talk more on as an Arsenal fan, the technical side of things. Tell us.
First of all, I thought we would concede, and I was wrong on that, basing on how I saw the lineup. We discussed the lineup earlier, and I noticed some bit of seriousness in the team. Before I say anything, let me first salute you. Officially. This is coming for you next weekend on Sunday. And you know that.
I just hope.
Anyway, you chill. We are coming slowly by slowly. First of all, I was happy with how direct the game went. We didn't look like we are trying to our default usual of take the ball to Saka, give it to
switching
wings and whatever. I'm not going to say much about Martinelli. I've been saying a lot about Martinelli and too much of negativity in his game. We saw some bit of changes in the way players played. I have special analysis and observation for guys like Martin Zubimendi, how he has changed the team, the dynamism, the way in which he's passing the ball, and always thinking forward. This is someone who receives the ball when he already knows where he's going to put or pass the ball next. So there was the changes where I can't say we've totally changed the style of play and how we are doing things, but I was happy to see that we are moving the ball much quicker. Saka was looking sharp as usual. Okay, not as usual, but I expected him at this stage where we are now entering the next, someone usually calls it a season. Every time Arsenal's season is like Netflix, blah, blah, blah. You know that banter from a certain someone. So the new season we are beginning, I'm happy that I saw some bit of sharpness. We came out with a positive of not having any injury. You know those injury scares. I've seen some
pre-season
injuries that are nasty, and some players, important players for their team, are going to be away for a certain period of time. You guys don't have a goalkeeper as of you have, but you don't have your starting goalkeeper because of those pre-season injuries.
We don't need
positives. Let me talk about positives first of all, and then I come to I could say a few negatives. There are just a few negatives, but most of it was positive. First of all, the players looked sharp. Even those that have taken long without playing, Timber, Gabriel Magalhaes, those guys looked sharp. Then in the midfield, Zubimendi, of course. I would probably make a separate video about Zubimendi, but he showed us that we probably won't miss part. Maybe we would miss the physical part of it. He didn't look that, especially with aerial balls. Okay. But based on what I saw, I'm actually satisfied as of now. You could say we are playing Bilbao, and there are those other teams that will come with a lot of physicality, the Newcastles, the West Hams, Everton, and what. But what I saw, I'm actually satisfied with what I saw. Then these others, Odegaard, actually Zubimendi made everyone look good in the midfield. Rice was running around. I remember there's a ball where we lost after trying something from the corner, and he chased someone and actually caught up with him and saved us that other embarrassment of you guys are trying something funny and then bantering and all that stuff.
Yeah,
he saved us. Then
corner FC.
Then exactly. Then Madueke Coleman as one of our new signings.
Yes. Talk more on that one.
He looked sharp. I was happy with what I saw. All I can say is thank you, Chelsea. Thank you, Chelsea. Usually they give us funny players they are tired of and all that stuff. Those who come, I think, to retire with a good paycheck just because they don't want to leave London and all that stuff. But I'm happy with what I saw. Madueke, if Martinelli is not careful, Madueke is, because people always talk about Martinelli running back and helping. He's always doing the donkey work and all. He actually looked okay. Yesterday he looked a bit better because, like I said yesterday, someone helping him with overlapping and crossing the balls in for him and creating space on that left hand side so that he can maybe cut in or move in or actually have some bodies around to support him. Something I also noticed with Victor Gyökeres, he likes moving more to the left hand side,
pulling away players.
Exactly, which will also somehow facilitate Martinelli's runs and also create enough space for him so that they don't single him out and make it look like he's doing nothing. Maybe after some time we shall probably see, because this is the first time the team is playing like that as a starting 11. My prayer was we see the team Arteta is planning on using. Okay. And yesterday in first half he gave us what we were expecting. So what I'm thinking the starting 11 we saw yesterday, especially in first half, is what we probably expect to see against in the Premier League.
Yes.
And also because different opponents deserve different tactics. You need to tweak your tactics a bit, maybe use more of your wing backs, maybe be more direct, maybe those low blocks, and then also taking most of our chances.
Yes.
I'm happy with our new striker, Victor Gyökeres. He played well. He had only played 60 minutes in the previous 2 games we played, where he played I think 12 minutes, and then another like around first half was 45 minutes, 60 something minutes for both games. Yesterday he played first half. I was starting to worry about him, thinking maybe because there's a minus they cut for him and he, I think, miskicked the ball. The goalkeeper. So
scuffed it
at halftime I was just waiting for all the banter coming through, and those pictures of him wearing chains and big boots and all that stuff. And but he scored the goal, a header, and he actually, like you said, silencing, because there was he's not scoring, he's not fit for the Premier League, then in tight spaces, which we're yet to see, because we are yet to meet teams that have compact defenses and not even care about probably moving and trying to challenge for the ball. So we are yet to see him challenge for that. But I was happy that the goal he actually scored was a header, because I remember seeing someone on TikTok somewhere saying he's not good in the air. Out of the number of goals he has scored, it's been like 2 or 1 header, which wasn't even that much of in a tight space and people on him and what. I'm glad that for this weekend we have some bit of silence, especially from all those guys who have been making noise from the time we lost the Spurs game. Understand? So for me, it's something that has given me some bit of confidence going into the new season. I told you yesterday as we were discussing that if we had lost this game or drawn, it was going to put a lot of pressure, first of all, on the players who have underperformed, to put pressure on the coach to want to get players to replace such players, and also to put pressure on the coach himself to try and to try and make things change. Because of course, if we'd lost the game, you would have noticed that there are of course guys who have caused it. Probably poor defending, probably poor decision making in front, probably right now. You know how they were dissing Jokeres and all that celebration. Now the hands are on the head. You understand that stuff. So
the money that we was brought in
for right now, it gives me and I think other Arsenal fans some bit of confidence going into the new season.
Okay.
I still believe we are lacking somewhere, somehow on the left wing, because like I've said, Martinelli, by the time right now, we are trying to challenge for the title.
Yes.
If we still have players we believe are not yet at par and we're experimenting things here and there, right now we should have a starting 11 with enough squad depth to a point that injuries cannot affect us that much. Last season it happened to us, and somehow we managed to finish second again, like for the third time. So hopefully this time, if we don't get those injuries, I would wish for us to get another number 10 to play on the left-hand side and also assist on the left wing. I'm not going to mention any names now. So it's just,
but the name starts with E and ends with E.
It's just my.
You guys are daydreaming about him.
It's just my hope. It's just my hope that we bring in someone. We bring in more bodies, especially on the left-hand side. I'm not going to say. Okay, Madueke came in as someone who is going to help Saka and help us on the left-hand side. And it actually seems like he's actually doing well on the left-hand side.
The
crossing in the balls, putting. I remember we almost scored another goal where I think Joker is headed and the goalkeeper saved it, hit the post. Yeah, so in my... I was actually satisfied with what I saw yesterday. Though knowing my team, we still need some additions, especially on the left-hand side there. Yeah, Kai Havertz, I'm not going to say much about him. I didn't expect what I saw. He came in, he looked energized. The goal he scored is not like Kai Havertz. The goal he scored is not like Kai Havertz. And the goal Jokeres scored is not like Jokeres. The goal Jokeres scored is Kai Havertz, like the header.
Yeah.
And then the one Kai Havertz scored, the one where he ran from around the
and withstood
the physical aspect of it. That is now Jokeres like. So I hope what he's seeing in the pitch and the fact that I don't expect him to start games anymore, apart from maybe when we are rotating the squad and
cup games.
It motivates him somehow to perform, because he has been a disappointment last season. I think he left his form the other season when Man City won the league. Last season he tried. I don't know what Arteta was trying to do with the system and all that stuff. But my observation is,
he also got injured.
Yeah, he also got injured. My observation is we've changed tactics a bit. We've tweaked them a bit. We are more direct. We want to put more balls into the box more than passing around, and also trying to create something through midfield, not just crosses and Saka, cut in, shoot, and all that stuff. Yeah. Zubimendi, again, is someone who looks like he's going to dictate a lot, and the way Arsenal will play right now will rotate mostly around his form and the way he dictates play on pitch. The way the team will play will depend on how he performs. If he doesn't perform well, we are going to have problems. We shall probably we shall have to have a plan B. If we don't have a plan B, then those are the many draws people were talking about last season, where the game ends in a stalemate because you didn't have that X factor, someone to do something, individual brilliance, come up with something and get us a result, especially in those hard games. The ones where we mostly drew, the Newcastles. I always mention Newcastle because it's been disturbing us from like the past 3, 4, 5 seasons. Newcastle, Everton, West Ham,
Aston,
Fulham. Those are the teams that come with this thing of this season. They can't allow you to take all the 6 points, even if they're doing badly. And that has been one of our problems, because if you see what Arteta has been doing, he has been mostly putting a lot of attention and emphasis on making sure he doesn't lose to the traditional top 6 teams. And he has, for like 3 seasons now, done well in that aspect. But then you lose points against teams like the ones I've mentioned, basically. So all I saw was positives. The negatives I saw were really minimal. And this is the first time the first 11 was playing together. So let me only focus on the positives. I won't mention much about the negatives.
The only thing here that we can take out is that there is still that itching thing that is that is standing out on the left side of Arsenal, Martinelli's wing, like you have said. I'm especially waiting for Man City games. Now Arsenal has another dangerous killing striker in Gyökeres. So the narrative is going to be Gyökeres against Haaland.
Yeah.
And we all know what Haaland did and what led to the 5 goals that they conceded.
Yeah.
And it has now sort of started.
He basically created a rival.
And that is always sweet for soccer, as we all know.
That game is not far. I think it's one of our first, if not 5, I think probably 7 games, around there. That game is after the first international break, usually in September there. So it's not very far. We probably don't have to wait that long to see that game.
Yeah,
but I'll be waiting to do the Gyökeres again.
and it's funny. And I can imagine if he does it, if he celebrates, if he enters, if he joins the beef, the rivalry, he does his thing while sitting like Haaland. I can laugh.
That thing would be. But I don't see. He seems to me like a serious character.
I know.
Blessing will not have seen.
Yeah.
Seems to me like a serious character, and he doesn't seem to involve.
He's all about killing his opponents.
When they interviewed him last season, when we beat Sporting at their ground, and Gabriel did the Batman celebration. When they were interviewing him, they asked him about what he thought about Gabriel and him trying to do his celebration. And he said he actually finds it interesting that someone picked interest in his celebration, but he likes it. So he just like brushed it off. He didn't try to create rivalry of I hope we meet again next time and blah blah blah, that stuff.
And
I didn't see any of that kind of energy.
And usually players of such character are what most teams like. It gives the impression that this guy has just come to kill. He goes about his business, match day comes, scores his 2 goals, hat-trick, brings his team 3 points. He's all about improving the team, making sure that he delivers. Actually, he out delivers what everyone expects him to do. So yeah,